There comes a moment in every empowered person's journey when silence speaks louder than words, when results answer every critic and success shuts down every doubt. That moment is approaching for you. You're about to dismiss every single person who doubted your potential, your path, your rise. Let them underestimate you. Let them think you're not qualified. They've chosen their favorites and you weren't one of them. They've hoped you'd stay behind, afraid of your potential because it threatens their comfort. But you're not here to be anyone's second choice. You're here to be undeniable. Some doubters wear the mask of familiarity. Friends, colleagues, even family. They see your light, but rather than supporting it, they fear it. Not because you're not worthy, but because deep down, they know you are. And your shine exposes what they refuse to grow in themselves. They've seen your past wins. They've witnessed your talent. They know you've done it before. But their egos can't accept your return. They tell themselves you peaked already, that your time has passed. But what they don't realize is that you're only just getting started. Dismiss their disbelief by not arguing. Just evolve. You don't need their validation to activate your purpose, and you're not here to convince anyone of your greatness. You're here to embody it. Your actions will be the proof. Your results will be the message. Every closed door they orchestrated, every opportunity they blocked, every lie they whispered, it's all turning into the soil that grows your success. You were never buried. You were planted. And now your roots run deep enough to carry you higher than before. The mistake they made was thinking you needed their approval. The truth is, your self-belief is more powerful than their opinions. You're not just proving them wrong, you're proving yourself right. The version of you that kept showing up through rejection is about to be rewarded. You don't look the way they wanted. You don't act the way they expected. You don't fit into their mold, and that makes them uncomfortable. But authenticity always wins. And while they tried to mock or belittle you, the truth is, they saw your value all along and just couldn't handle it. They called you too much, too confident, too different, too quiet, too ambitious. But everything they tried to use against you will be the exact reason they can't stop watching you succeed. The parts of you they rejected are the parts the world is about to celebrate. Don't absorb their doubt. Deflect it. Don't internalize their projections. Reject them. Let their disbelief bounce off the wall of your self-awareness. Remember, the moment you start aligning with their limitations is the moment you dim your own light. Let this be your reminder. Nobody gets to dictate your destiny except you. The people who doubted you will soon find themselves speechless, not because you retaliated, but because your success left no room for debate. The silence of their shock will say it all. You are about to manifest wins that even your inner critic thought were too far-fetched. The vision you held onto in private is about to speak publicly. You're about to transition from being questioned to being quoted, from being ignored to being highlighted. When they come back, and they will, trying to attach themselves to your success, remember how they treated you when you had nothing but belief. Some people only love a finished product, but you are not obligated to share your fruit with those who mocked your planting season. This rise is personal, not for revenge but for redemption, not to gloat but to glow. You've carried the weight of doubt long enough. Now let confidence carry you. You're no longer seeking acceptance. You're walking in alignment. Dismiss every doubter, not by shaming them, but by outgrowing them. Your light isn't meant to fit their box. Your energy isn't meant to be dimmed, and your purpose isn't up for negotiation. They didn't choose you, and that was their loss. Elevation reveals everything. Who was for you, who was against you, and who only pretended. Don't be surprised when the same people who dismissed you try to return. But you're not bitter. You're better. You've evolved. Let access be earned. There are people who will watch you in silence. Not because they admire you, but because they never expected to witness your resilience. They're waiting for you to fail again. But what they don't realize is, your failure was never permanent. It was a setup for your finest hour. You've reclaimed your vision, your voice, and your value. Every time they doubted you, they unknowingly fueled your fire. And now, that fire is burning through every barrier. You're not chasing the spotlight, it's chasing you. The season of being overlooked is over. The time of self-doubt is done. You've walked through enough to recognize that your worth isn't up for debate. And as your energy shifts, so does your life. Victory is not coming, it's here. So when you show up this time, show up as everything they said you couldn't be. Show up confident, show up unbothered, show up whole. Because you're not here to be liked, you're here to be legendary. And that, my friend, is how you'll dismiss every doubter. And now repeat this prayer with me. In the name of God, I affirm today that every word spoken against me, whether in whispers, doubt, or deceit, shall be reversed by the power of truth and divine alignment. No lie can last when light enters. I stand in the assurance that I do not need to fight every accusation. Truth will always rise and speak on my behalf. I allow the energy of justice and clarity to do what it was divinely assigned to do. I now release the need for validation from those who could not recognize my value. Their blindness is not my burden. I no longer chase approval from people who were never qualified to confirm my worth. I affirm that my essence is complete with or without applause. My spirit is not up for debate, and my light is not dependent on anyone's acknowledgement. May every person who doubted me become a witness to my transformation, not to shame them, but to show them what's possible. Let my rise be a mirror, reflecting what faith, endurance, and divine timing can truly do. I do not need revenge. I only need to keep rising. Their doubt is now fuel. Their silence has become space for my elevation. I call back all my power, my time, my belief, my energy, from every person and place I handed it to out of fear, hope, or desperation. I am no longer drained by memories of giving too much. I am whole again. What I gave away in weakness, I reclaim in wisdom. I do not return with resentment, I return with restored strength. I walk now in clarity, confidence, and courage. The opinions of others no longer shake me. I stand rooted in who I am and where I'm going. My direction is not up for discussion. I'm no longer slowed down by the misunderstandings of others. I lead myself through inner knowing, not outer noise. I trust deeply in the timing of my growth. Every delay has taught me patience. Every pause has built power. I no longer fight the process. I embrace it as divine redirection. What was postponed was never denied. It was being prepared. I silence every inner critic with truth, with love, and with the calm assurance that I am right on time. I now surround myself only with energy that supports my rise. I no longer entertain those who question my light, distort my words, or shrink my vision. May every painful lesson serve as a step toward victory. I declare in the name of God that I am more than enough, fully aligned, fully awakened, and rising exactly as I was destined to. Amen.